Hello and welcome to Kamenrider Blackman. Alright, today this video is going to be a bit different because I'm just going to go all over the place talking about some current events that are happening right now, as well as some future plans for the next few weeks or so. I'll explain once I'll explain once I get to it. But for right now, what I really want to talk about is the sudden death of Chadwick Boseman, great actor who we would all know as T'Challa from the Black Panther movie, as well as Jackie Robinson from 42, as well as James Brown, and just he's gone now. And I at first didn't believe it at all. I didn't believe that he actually died at all. But once I actually went online and actually saw actor Chadwick Boseman pass away of stage 3 colon cancer, I just asked why. You ever get the feeling when someone passes away and you just ask why? It's just, yeah, I would know. I had that feeling this year when my sister passed away. To which, by the way, I'm not going to stop anyone from giving me their condolences about my sister passing away. It's been 5 months since then. I'm not going to stop you from telling me sorry for my loss. But please don't ask me about it. Don't ask me about anything on it because it makes me feel a bit uncomfortable and it's a bit of a touchy subject for me. And it just makes me feel sad. It's just, so please, in the comments, I don't mind if you give me your condolences, but please don't ask me about it. And thank you very much. But back to Chadwick Boseman, I was sad that he left and he's gone now. And I just ask, I'm really trying to wonder about this year why are innocent people leaving so soon? Not just actors, but people too, like George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Kobe Bryant, his own daughter, and now Chadwick Boseman. Just also sort of add on to it, the host of Inside Actors Studios, James Lipton, he passed away this year too. Unfortunately, it's just, and I can't help but wonder just why. It's just with this whole year, it's just one thing after another, and right now, Jacob Blake, why is this year so crazy? I really don't understand why is this year so crazy, and these innocent, good people are leaving so soon, and I don't get it. I really don't get it. And honestly, it's just, I don't know what to say except for my condolences go out to Chadwick Boseman's family and friends that loved him. He was a real inspiration. It's just, and no matter what he does, it's the little things that you don't expect to actually have an effect on you. And Chadwick Boseman actually did that for me. How and why? Black Panther, the movie. That movie actually opened me up to, for one, it wasn't like your average superhero movie. here's the good guy, here's the bad guy, well, here's them fight, and here's why. With Black Panther, it's a lot deeper than that. I really like that movie because it's about two people having, well, conflicting ideologies, and while both sides make great points, unfortunately, one side has to be right. I like that deep thinking, and I like content just like that. And this movie opened me up to that. And I have Chadwick Boseman to thank for that, as well as Michael B. Jordan for being a great villain. But yeah, just with Chadwick Boseman, thank you for opening me up to that through your performance. Like, yeah, R.I.P. to such a great actor who was in 42, who was James Brown. I know he did another movie too about him being a cop, and I wish I saw that movie, and I probably will watch it. It's just, he was such a good guy and a good actor, and I wish I would like to know how. I would like to hear. I wish his family could say something. They probably will online about him being a good person, because he really does sound like a good person. And I love his hair. It's just Chadwick Boseman, you were a great guy. Rest in peace, King. Oh, rest in power, King. Okay, and now on to other news. Hopefully now we can stop making this more depressing, because all that negativity we had, it's out the door. So now we're on the nerdy. Now, with news currently on Power Rangers Dino Fury, that news being that the original MMPR cast will be back to mentor the newest team. Personally, I think that's unnecessary. And let me explain why. I feel like it's unnecessary because we've done this before with Dino Thunder. So it's like, there's no need to do it now. It worked well for Dino Thunder because they wrote it into the story well. Like, you don't need to reuse what you've done before. It worked once, well, do something different. Literally, every Dino-themed series has done something different. Mighty Morphin was the first, so it was totally 90s. Dino Thunder... Dino Thunder feels like a real modern continuation of Mighty Morphin, and Dino Charge was literally its own thing, with having its own, well, serialized hunt for the Energems. And for Dino Fury, that's what I wanted to do. You have a good theme, so do your own thing with it. So it's just, I want them to be original, like how Hasbro has been with Beast Morphers. Be original, just like that. And so, please tell me what you guys think about MMPR coming back for Dino Fury. I would love to know. And so, next thing to talk about will be the next few videos coming up, because as of recording this, next week is W month. And so, I would be starting off with reviewing the show, but I'm now starting to record on a tablet, and there are still some things I need to work out. So, suffice to say, I may record on my phone. Maybe. It's a possibility. And where was I? Oh, yeah. So, as opposed to reviewing the show first, instead, I will be looking at the Kamenrider x Kamenrider W and Decade Movie War 2010. that will be the first thing on the docket to review for this coming week. And man, that's a long title. So next week, hopefully on September 6th, I will start doing my review of W, which is great because September 6th is also our 2-year anniversary here on Kamenrider Blackman. So look forward to 2 things to be excited about. So, and next, on the week of the 13th will be the A to Z movie, Kamenrider W Forever, A to Z, The Gaia Memories of Fate. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I wonder if I'll still enjoy it, because I remember watching it and I thought it was fantastic. So next, on the week of the 20th will be Kamenrider W Returns, Kamenrider Axel, the Axel movie. Ooh, I've seen that before too. Can't wait to watch it again. And on the week of the 27th will be Kamenrider W Returns, Kamenrider Eternal. That I have not seen, and I wonder how it will be. So, next thing, last thing on the video to talk about is involving Kamenrider 01. Now, the show, as of recording this, is coming to an end. And so I wanted to do something a bit fun and a bit interesting. And that is if you've seen Shinta reviews, and if you've seen his reviews of some Kamen Rider series, then he does something at the very end called the Writer Power Rankings, where he ranks the most current series writer that he's reviewing against a bunch of others in a list. That is what I'll be doing for 01. And as soon as I get a cup of water, I will show you my list of who I think are the 5 most powerful writers. 1 second. And we're back. I just really needed a cup of water because holy fuck am I losing my voice. Yeah, I still am, and now I'm fighting it. Alright, so this is something that I originally planned to be its own video, but I'm going to do that here now because with so much going on and so much I wanted to do, like for its own separate videos, like the whole news about Dino Fury, I wanted to make that its own separate video, and this I wanted to have be its own separate video, but instead I'm going to merge anything I wanted to talk about here right now to just get it out of the way and upload it. Oh, by the way, happy Power Rangers Day. There was something I wanted to fucking do on the exact freaking day, but instead I'm doing it the day after, so what was I talking about again? Oh yeah. With Kamenrider 01 coming to an end, I decided to make up my own Kamenrider Power Rankings with who I believe are the top 5 strongest writers right now. And so in the next video, for its own video, 01 will go toe-to-toe against these writers to see where he makes it on the list. Oh, and keep in mind right now, in case I run into anyone that's snooty as hell, this is for fun. This is not to have a freaking pissing contest for the sake of a pissing contest. This is for fun. Yes, it's no need for superheroes to have a brawl out with each other, but get that fucking stick out of your ass. This is for fun. And so in the next video, I'll have 01 going up against these 5 just so I can see where he would go on the list, because this is opinionated. So, these are who I believe are the top 5 strongest writers in the Heisei period and going into Reiwa. So, first one, number 5, Kamenrider Drive. Drive, I believe, is the most... Drive is the third most versatile rider on this list. But what gives him a leg up is every advancement he gets with every new form he gets. He's pretty fast in type speed, his base form. In his next form, he'll move a lot faster. And best believe, and after that form and that form, he moves a lot faster. Heck, Type Formula and Type Trideron are stupendously amazing. And in a heavy form like Type Formula, it moves insanely fast like a Formula 1 car, and still has its own shift cars for that form alone. And Type Trideron, he can straight up do combinations of 3 shift cars and just go ham like it's no one's business. Not to mention, dude can also combine all of the shift cars together to do one big insane attack. And yes, he has done that before. So, yeah, drive number 5. So, number 4, Kamenrider Ghost. With Ghost, it's unfucking believable with how OP he is. Like, he has forms for everything. He has a form for like dual wielding swords. He has one sword. He has like how many different forms for being a straight up sniper alone? Not only that, most of his other forms, depending on them, like Himiko and Roma, they're unnecessary, but combine them with boost, they're only useful with boost, but he still has something. And with Grateful and Mugen, his defenses are just insane. They're insanely unfair. Like, seriously. But yeah, Ghost is at number 4. And at number 3, don't get mad at me for this, Kamenrider Decade. Let me explain why. Yes, Decade is not like number 2 and number 1. He can't mimic their further abilities. All he can really do is just transform into them and try to exceed anyone else before or after him. But number 2 and number 1 can beat Decade because Decade can't copy their further abilities. Which, by the way, number 2, Kamenrider Zio. Now, once again, this is all my opinion, at least. And I think Zio makes the number 2 spot because he's Decade 2.0. He has his forms. He has how do I say this? He has his forms, not just based on previous Heisei riders, but he even has other forms too that are just unbelievably powerful, like Zio 2, Zio Trinity, and his final form, where he has his own straight up Kamenrider army. And it's fucking unbelievable how overpowered he truly is. Hell, he beats Decade because Zio can once again summon riders, primarily the main riders, and summon any of the main riders' weapons. Wow, that's insane with power. But now you might be asking, who exceeds Zio? And here is the answer to that question. Number 1, who I believe is the strongest rider in the Heisei era, Kamenrider Gaim. Hear me out. All of Gaim's forms have something for him in terms of defense and offense. And not only that, his defenses aren't just phenomenal, but thanks to his space god-like abilities, he can do whatever the overlords in the show can do, and so much more. not only does he have godlike powers, but he can even summon the monsters of the show at his disposal so that he could have his own army. Just, yeah. And while Zio is pretty powerful as he is right there and then, while Zio has his own Rider army, Gaim could still summon his own army and could take on someone as overpowered as Zio. And as for Decade may be powerful, but he doesn't have Kota's space god-like powers. Hell, and for Ghost and Drive, like, once again, his powers freaking helps him win. And I'm including Kota's space god form and abilities because he uses them even after his own show in combat. So, and in canon material as well. So I might as well count it. And I won't just be doing something like this for the main riders. I also plan on doing something like this for secondary riders as well, to which I will talk about another time. So, those are all the videos to look forward to in the future. And as of right now, that's everything that's on my mind. Just thank you guys for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, share this video, and tell your friends about Kamenrider Blackman. Rest in power, King. See you next time.